it's unlikely you're going to win a
Oh,
round
I'm blocking.
of
Oh, my
Zom's
cam is
overload.
blocking the
It's just
UI. Okay, that's
not
not
the
bad.
same kind of impact.
Is it good now?
Here we see a change-up, though.
Not sure what that play was off of. Now
Oh, Mike has a good fucking position right here.
Holding this corner now, he needs to get a couple of picks off of it.
Jeez.
Again, the discipline, he holds it down and sprays them down. 3 kills for him. Quick little rip around the back of the side, that's sick. Ghost as well. Is it available? Lets it rip. Actually, just dodges, goes straight to the side. Nobody playing off of it, and they're just jumping straight into his face. Celsius, the 1-for-1, a quick trade. 10's also taken out. That's Celsius with 2.
It's a big shot. The flash just to allow him to reposition. Now, version 1 could actually slow the round down if they want to. They're normally a pretty pacey team. Recon Dart makes sure from Shaz that they're not going into B.
Oh,
and this has got some pace, and Dapper will hear all of these footsteps.
Yeah, all the footsteps now. They're trying to run themselves into the A side. All going down. Celsius is pushing straight through the smoke. What is that?
Was Dapper failing the jump there? He was like looking backwards, jumping in the wrong spot. Very odd play.
Listen, we won't talk about it.
Well, Celsius
me
has a
$5,
fraction
really?
of his health left.
To try to focus.
2v3. V1 setting up with these post plants. Pretty intelligent stuff from Celsius here. He's just going to be playing through the A main. And all the way back in hell, so it's going to be difficult to play this. Shaz does have the arrow though. Sends it out. It's going to be clearing a bit there. 10 straight over the top, and that's going to be some good kills going their way. Now the 1v1. Celsius, he needs to try and ace this. Shaz sticking around the corner. He swings, and he's going to be rewarded with the kill and the clutch.
Awesome play by Sentinels coming out through heaven there, winning the 2v3.
Lucky that shit 3 months.
It's the play by 10s jumping on top of Generator. And
RTY.
Knife is going to detect at least 1, possibly 2. Xander definitely
The
got
big
caught by it.
550.
Knife doesn't clear.
They got an
in
06
wine.
here, right?
They didn't clear wine, and they just stuck the orb.
Yeah. Trying to bait the swing coming through. Now the util as well comes down. That is sick. Dealt with. He was there from the knife, the trajectory of it.
Henny's lurked his way in as well. He's all the way through tree, and I do not think the Zombs has got a read on this.
Players struggling, but Henny, what is that timing? Straight around the corner. V1 looking like they might be able to take this round. The 2v2. He does have the Spectre in hand, and as the door is closed, could go with a bit of pace here as the spike to be committed. Players are low.
He's in my house right now, so he has my powers.
Sentinels, they have to play this well. This is kind of fallen out of their hands now. The double play in hell. Smart, the alarm bot doesn't actually spot him. The Sentinels know. Quick little swing, dribbling, baiting it. That very nice fundamentals there from Sen.
Sublime kind of play.
It does seem incredibly open. I mean, I'm not sure if that turret.
Brand, there's too much. The young, there's too much. It's larger than
Players
this,
go
not much.
through and working off the back of the drone. I mean, V1 is taking a lot of space on the drone. Going to be using that KO ult though, Celsius. Try and move the team in, build them up quickly off the back of those 4 kills that he got on the pistol round. Shaz, we'll see what he can do. Tries to line it up with the spray down, but doesn't quite find too much. Only a bit of damage done. Side control still there. 10s, can he hold it down? Not enough.
A really, really tough retake scenario here. Sick and Zombs should be considering saving their guns, I think, but Sick gets his head popped by Penny. He's kind of feeling it, goes for the swing as well. Another great Vandal headshot. And that is going to crush the Sentinels' economy. I think this makes a lot of sense. They're probably going to poke towards Dapper in market and then try and end A here. Look for them to try and force out this alarm bot and then pivot catwalk.
Quick smoke as well. Goes across. Nice start. Information gained.
They haven't actually cleared Dapper out of market.
Got a nice try from
V1. Still
V1.
knows this isn't a B split.
This is definitely a nice try moment.
I don't see more than ready. Already players. Sight, that was Penny dashing right in, and he takes care of one still. 10's up in the air.
Zombie.
Knives in hand with the lockdown now. Just going to be pushing them away. And
Never mind.
Finds that pick.
Shaz has his ult for this, but he's choosing not to commit it. The attacker lockdown is getting value here. Dapper falls in heaven as well.
Right,
Shaz, I think he was worried about somebody lurking through mid. Zik gets turned off in the midst of all of this, and it looks like version 1 are going to go
we get a nice try from
straight
Sentinels.
back to 3-3.
Looking like they're around here, unless they just overextend right into the Sentinels' crossfires, but Zik only gets the 1 before eventually going down. Shaz in the 1v3. Never know. You never know with Shaz. I mean, I've seen some crazy spray trans targets, including Dapper at the back of the side. He's not going to have that util to play off.
That was close to a fucking triple collat now.
That angle around the corner, but does not expect the player out. Dice, look at this anchoring still. Effie's collects both the players who are.
Do they go for the res?
Pushing them back. Looks like they want to. You can hear the sound cue, and Celsius is going to be brought back up. 10's for a repeat at some point there, and Xander ends up holding the wall and takes him out.
What a flash!
Beautiful pop flash, and
I really didn't think they were going to check 6th position there. Version 1 are known as an aggressive, fast-paced team, and they certainly can. They're going to explode here, but
If he's
against
alive or not?
the Eco
Okay, that
box,
matters a
against
lot.
Eco, they tend to be fairly disciplined.
there was potential there for Zomz to try and turn that
Especially for the
paranoid
enjoyment
bunch
of the game.
targets, but all right, now just a 2v5. Shaz look to take away a couple of guns now. Obviously, the next round coming up, he's going to have a bit more money and ultimates available. After got his ult this time around, so
They haven't really been in good positions to use these ults, though. He has been amazing on the KO in VCT this year.
I think one of the best in NA at the moment.
It's him and Zeppa,
Yeah,
for
you make
sure.
an argument.
They do play very different styles, but I'm really a big fan of how Zellsis plays it on this map. Really supportive, but able to challenge
Like a
and
fucking
get aggressive
dog.
kills when needed.
Well, it's the last round of the half. Sentinels would love another one on the board.
I told you, version 1 average 8-4.
I know, it'd be working towards the average, wouldn't we? Nice nades just to try and disrupt the V1.
I think it's just my
They are already
sinuses, you know what I
deep
mean?
into the
Like,
side.
I can't explain it, bro. It's not like it's not in the air, but only I can smell it. Does that make sense? Like, I
They don't want
can't.
to give them the space so that they
I
can
can't
use the
explain it.
lockdown. Denying
Paranoia
all of it in
is
tree, it's a good paranoia, and the kills, finally they come through still. Shaz holds that. 2v3 now as the lockdown's forced, pushing all the way through.
What?
You've got to be joking!
It's like almost inside my
Pushing
nose,
down,
if that
Shaz
makes
tries
sense.
to hold that
I can't
swing
explain
angle,
it.
and Dapper with a bit of run and gun. Oh my god, just about.
No, it's not my
Locks that
fucking
one up,
upper lip. Are you
so we do end
stupid?
up moving
The fuck?
towards the average for V1's attack sides. It's going to be the 8-4 half.
4-8. Fuck, I didn't even watch
We'll find
like
out on the other side of the
the
break
last rounds.
whether or not Sens can start mounting a comeback.
How's my hair looking? Controversial or what?
He has the spike at the moment. This pistol round is beginning fairly slowly. Extremely patient play here for Sentinels.
Yeah, just a bit of light poking and prodding from Sen. Just want to try and hunt out the positioning.
So version 1 have got a bit of a damage setup. So they're going to shock dart here off
The
the
turret.
turret contact.
Yeah. There we go. Oh, I mean, that did chunk down 10s.
Yeah, it's a
And the
ton.
second one?
Oh, I thought that was going to be a direct hit actually onto Dapper, but it's a nice play. Version 1 do sprinkle those in on their defense side.
Don't dance with a devilish dapper.
Dapper knows that he has to break
What's a
that.
done diggity deal?
He's getting
just
intentionally
making,
tagged.
yeah, and intentionally tagged there to make it look like it's a B hit, mid to B, something like that. When in fact they're grouping up for an A split.
Smart
Won't
for
V1
them.
read this, no
Drone.
cap.
That's a knife used, though. It cancels it.
Not red,
Wasn't
but
too
it
close.
just has
Shaz
the
just around the
stack.
corner. He's going to be denied a bit of that extra information, and now we see the exec coming through. Paranoia.
Oh, that was a
Doesn't
good
quite
bait.
catch. But are they going to expect Xander,
No,
who's
they're
holding in
not.
his
They're
corner?
not.
I don't think so. Penny already dashed through. It's a quick pop flash right round the sides. Will the swings be there? Smoke to try and disrupt a lot of the timings that's coming
What
their
the
way
fuck is
still.
happening, bro?
Sentinels
Everyone on
for
Sen is
3v3.
low,
They are quite low,
except
though.
Sick.
Tapper on a sliver of HP. The swing around the corner. How
Oh,
are
he
V1
can
winning
win
this
this.
one out?
Both 1 HP?
It's up to Shaz.
I win that,
Jump
but
around the
good.
side, and, well, that's a classic for you. Whippy ends up winning it out. 9-4 is the scoreline.
That really was winnable for Shaz. There was about 15 health available on both sides. But
low.
this jump into sight from Penny to be able to take down 10s kind of opens the door for the 3-man heaven setup, and then the turret's just giving them contact. So weak on Effie's and Whippy. But Whippy manages to collect the final 2 kills.
That was actually a good
Sentinels are
bait.
not going for a force buy here, nothing crazy.
Most baits are pretty fucking obvious, but the one that
accepting
Penny
going
did
down
for
on
the
10-4.
Astra in that corner was pretty good.
Oh,
That wasn't
spot to
obvious
jump
at
in. Shaz
all.
down early. Not the player you want to go down.
Now, Brent, I was talking about how good version 1's attack sides are. Sentinels have been lagging so far in 2022. They are not only second worst in their pistol round win rate, they're second worst in their attack side win rate
That's
across
insane.
VCT as well. Again, the only team underneath them is the struggling 100 Thieves roster.
That is insane considering their scoreline or their current standings in the group.
Absolutely.
That's a ridiculous
This
stat.
match could take them anywhere from 1st to 3rd in the group. So it's wild that they have such rough stats but are still managing to put up the wins. I think that speaks to the experience and talent on this Sentinels roster.
Yeah, for sure. Really just having a field
Giga
day,
Chad.
man. Push it against the ecos.
Sends that
This is a
zombie
player as
1v5.
well. You don't want to give this guy kills in these
That's right.
particular rounds. He is 1 away from the knives, I believe.
Even if you just compare the Jet v Jet, there is no stat where 10s is higher.
I mean, that's crazy.
Isn't that
is
mad?
crazy. Yeah. You told me that before the groups. I mean, I find it difficult to believe.
Look at that, kind of like a reverse one-way from Xander. Normally people put that on
This
the
is some
other
10Z
half
zombie
wall.
slander, bro.
So this one blocks it off even more difficult for the attackers to get through, I think.
A quick little clear of that alarm bot in mid, Sentinels, so they're going to be causing a bit of misinformation. Not necessarily misinformation, but definitely going to keep V1 guessing as to whether or not they are pushing through the area.
They close the door, get Effie's to watch the spawn.
Someone says the match is 10-4. The casters
And
stupid.
Shaz
No,
drones
they're
Sick
talking
into
about
Cat.
the
Looking
stats
for
in
that
the
opening
tournament,
kill.
bro, not
I
this
think
fucking
Sick
map.
Still only sat at 4 kills so far across 14 rounds. So him being able to find an entry would be a big morale boost as well for the guy.
Backed up, door going to get broken now. Is this going to be signaling that B split? Looks like Sentinels were setting up for it, but the players of V1 are more than ready. They've already got them here. Flash in hand. Zelsis getting ready to support him at the back of the site. The flash goes over. It's a classic play. They love to do it. The Sentinels players, they're hardly even in the site. Sick holding the angle right around the corner, but the headshots are just flowing through. They're online.
Shazam wins this.
The back. 35 HP.
Zebby poo.
1v2 does have
I've seen him win this before against Fnatic.
better weaponry. Finds the one.
I win
but
that,
the
but
sweet
nice
time
try.
from Penny is just impeccable.
And that delay and the fact that version 1
Nice
just get
shot,
the read on
Daniel.
what's
Let's win this
happening
shit.
makes that push all too easy for them to shut down. And they win the bonus.
Okay.
11-4 up.
Come on, bro.
That's absurd.
Someone step it up on fucking Sen, bro. Come on.
Run used by
Zombs
Shaz.
Nation? Zombs Nation has been the carry of this team
Maybe clear
since the
market
team
this one
was
as well.
created.
Gets destroyed. So now they are going to have to use more utility to clear wine even. I assume that there's a player there because
Everyone
this
still
one was taken by
typing the
Xander to kill
fucking
that
troll emote.
Yeah, that's the kind of play that you
I'm
normally
done.
only make if you've already pushed a player into wine. So you can see that Zombs is pretty cautious of it at the moment. But it looks like Sentinels are not aiming to go towards A to finish anyway. So they're not really worried about there being a player over there. They have some level of
Do you
information.
think they should
but
add
Shaz doesn't have the
Spider-Man
drone.
to
45
Valorant?
seconds left. They don't control deep
Yeah, I
mid or
think
cap.
that.
It's
I
going to be
think
a
about that a
really
lot,
tough push
actually.
for Sentinels. And that's before you factor in they've only got Sheriffs.
and they don't have much time left. It's quite orchestrated. Zelsis is just watching mid, but as soon as the paranoia comes through, the turret also takes that contact, and now Zelsis nades into the back, flash inside
Holy
the smoke.
fuck,
just in
that
case
nade
the player
did hella
holding inside of
damage.
it. Spams it, 20 seconds remaining, and it's still
If
not on the
Sentinels
side.
win this
Finally,
round,
the
I'll
burst
literally
comes
give
through.
everybody
Can
in my
the players
chat
get anything
$5 million.
done? No. The answer is a resounding no. Xander with 3 on the spray
Alright.
down, and the team.
That actually, you guys had a chance. It was 5v5 when I said
It
that.
is
But I
five
could just
for
tell that these
Sentinels.
guys were going to get shit on
Any
because of
signs
their
of a
setup.
timeout? Any signs of something to disrupt this momentum?
Doesn't really look like it, does it? And the two tips of the spear, Tens and Sick, have, they're 12 and 30 between them. So they're not being able to brute force it. But the paranoias and Tens popping off. Here he goes for the entry.
All right. Paranoia was used earlier. That is a nice nade. Bullet tag. That's enough. Xander slowed down to a crawl. Couldn't actually find his mark, but the swing comes down anyway. Rookie into hell. Penny's up top as well. And that's the map.
That's all they wrote.
I mean,
Close game.
The rest of Sentinels just simply didn't go through the smoke.
yeah.
I mean, Tens got in, and then they popped double, or they were going to pop double molly, but
Nah, this always happens,
through
bro.
the
Sentinels
through
always
door,
loses the
and that
first
was
map,
it.
guys. Relax.
That's a devastating
Everyone's like,
map one.
oh, Sentinels
Bit of
watch.
coaching for Sentinels
It's the same
fans.
story
Please.
every fucking thing.
Gonna burn down a couple of the players here. Pop flash right around the corner. He ends up flashing himself. Possibly a bit uncomfortable there on the KO. Now he's being swarmed from every single angle. Still manages to get the one on Sander.
Can that zombie? Fuck.
Though still
Shazzy poo?
a shock dart. That's kind of quirky. Like that one. Whippy sets up the TP, and now he's going to
It's
be back
quirky?
to safety. What a weird round of
Is
Valorant.
that like a TikTok term?
He
What
has
is
a
that?
single bullet in his headhunter, and Shaz thinks
Oh,
that
wow.
he's rendezvoused away in order to go and plant potentially on A. These are the kind of situations where usually the player just stays in case it's a re-hit, because you're going to have to
C-Mac
go
into
retake
the
anyway
prime.
if it's an A.
Zopa into the
Plant,
prime.
but, I
I
mean,
see
Whippy's
into 3 months.
absolutely finessed this one. Shaz has bought it hook, line, and sinker. He's over on A.
Yep.
They've traded positions. And now the problem is, when Shaz comes back to C, Whippy could be pushed up, Whippy could be in garage, Whippy could be playing on site, he could be behind the box.
Look, he has to
I mean, he has to
start here.
burn his recon dart so early. And in fact, Whippy's going to be playing the longest sightline possible. But remember, he only has a single bullet on that headhunter, and the classic is not great at long range.
Yeah. Low on health. 58 health.
But not
Shaz
enough.
has the sheriff. Oh my word. It's Batman at a round, and the shot just misses. Shaz, he's good for it.
Wow.
Pistol round secure. Don't
I
even
wouldn't have
worry
it on
about
Whippy, bro.
guys.
Not
Just
even
jiggle him
close.
for the
Jazz
whole
was
bomb
one who
duration.
was,
And here you see him collect
First
the Red Bull
pistol
clutch.
round
The reason
won
I
by
said
Sentinels.
Whippy wasn't low enough
In their
is because he
life.
had 58 health. That's not enough to die at this range, or at any range, from one shot from a Sheriff. But he still manages to get out, get both body shots onto Whippy, and secures that round. It's not a role that many people can get kills from, but both of these players do it incredibly well.
Oh my. Okay.
And there's a battle between the two of them.
Yeah, battle of the IGL. Sander thought he caught a cheeky timing. Nice knife. That's going to remove the paranoia that was potentially coming their way. Quick little dodge of that flash over.
Michael.
Penny. Marshall, not enough. And yeah. Can Whippy do it? Not quite.
Pretty clean collection of the second round. Certainly less dangerous than on Ascent when things got very dodgy for Sentinels.
Reminiscent, though, of the start of Ascent, where they were 2 rounds up.
Yes, in that sense, absolutely. But Sentinels had a really poor buy for their bonus round when it came to that map. It looks like from version 1 there's going to be a lot
Angels
of
is
aggression
fucking
on
5
A
this,
early.
bro.
They're trying to punish Shaz, maybe taking the orb. He
5
loves
this.
taking the orb if the recon
Thanks,
does
man.
sees nothing.
Wow.
Duke, thanks for
Actually,
some
TP Xander into that corner so they could double swing onto the player at A.
The bone cold play.
Yeah, it's cheeky. People are going to be
Appreciate that, Palm
scouring the
Angels.
Bone Cold mods. The info with the new patch change.
There's the paranoia being used. That gives Sick and Shaz the timing to be able to use
Nice
all
shot
of
by
that utility.
Mike.
And that was Whippy actually lurking up mid, and Dapper peeked him from garage.
With a judge?
With a judge, Bren.
Okay. Yeah, why not, Dapper? Maybe the gun needs a few more nerfs. I don't know.
I'm not
The
a
Malians
big fan
are
of this
firm.
from version 1. Most of the time, their mid-round pivots like this are really fast, but they've taken so long that Dapper's got back into position. They're playing against double Nanoswarm and into a judge. There's just no
Domination.
world where this works for version 1.
What a crossfire from Sentinels. The swing through back. Paranoia connects. Dapper as the judge. He's just swinging into them despite the bad guns. Coming up with the goods. And that is a Prime Gaming flawless on the bonus round.
Bad
Sentinels.
guns are one of the biggest problems with that round. The reason that you could tell it was going badly just from when they first made that decision is because, and it looks like version 1 are going to take a timeout here as well, maybe to discuss that.
Yeah.
They made the pivot to C whilst not controlling any area of C, right? They didn't have anybody down C long. Their player at garage got killed. So even though they had to cancel the A hit, normally in those mid-round scenarios, version 1 have like somebody pushed up close to B or somebody pushed up close to garage, and they have the knowledge that all of the area of the map is open. They're not going to give away their pathing by making noise. They're going to be able to get close to C before exploding. Dapper heard them running a mile off. They just knew that that was a rotate to C. Dapper was set up with all of his utility and crushed the site hit coming through. Zoms even had enough time to rotate and throw a paranoia through. I gotta say, Brent, this is a much better start for Sick. He was sat at only 4 kills for the longest time on Ascent, and he's already got 5 in the first 3 rounds.
Penny. You can see that he's holding down that Marshall. That spray down 10.
10 that zombie hits him for
Awfully close to a
99.
kill. It's a drone used early, though. That's to clear through a lobby. Make sure that V1 aren't pushed up into it. And as soon as they hear the drone, they're going with pace once more. Aggressive exec right into B. Trying to get deep into the back of the side of TP.
Hello.
Up to the top there.
They're holding
The
hands.
fuck?
Yep, and Sick, I think, was very unaware of what was going on in that scenario. Tense running around
zombie.
the corner. Bit of run and gun with the Phantom. Why not? Uh-oh. Goes down to the util, though. If he's just layers it down.
Sentinel's Dapper.
Off to the side, and Shaz luckily there to clean up as well. It was getting a little bit too scrappy for but a moment, but... Ooh, okay. Wipe the sweat off your brow.
Yeah, deep breath. But version 1 are no pushovers. At the moment, though, they've found absolutely no success.
Quirky timings being disrupted, but...
This guy with quirky. Is that like a TikTok term? What is that?
Penny, I mean...
The
Penny did
TikToker?
that.
Check this guy's
Casting the
PC.
game?
And he did that against 10s on Ascent when he just ran into B main as well.
Yo, Gary, thanks for the 32
I'm
months,
pretty sure
bro.
it's supplemented with the KO knife as well.
Yeah,
That went in, so obviously, I mean, 10s couldn't dash away, but...
but still, he's
Yeah.
still taking a raw gunfight and
Against
winning.
an op. Against the op as well. Yeah, it's nasty. Penny has been having this resurgence, man. I mean, it's something about Iceland, I think. Maybe he's just part Viking. You can feel it when he's trying to head there, you know? It's a power-up or something.
Zam used the drone, and they've flashed. They've heard players. They know that Penny is still around A, so they can expect this hit to come through. The knife does not stop that breach ult from happening, and Sick, he falls first. This is a 5v3.
Trying to take the side here, the Hunter's Fury to try and disrupt it, cut them across the site.
I kill 8 there with
Tag
my
out
ult.
onto Zelsis,
But I mean,
throws out the knife, now wants to take
all good.
forward position onto the side as the plant finally start to come through. Players are weak though across V1, but they are 5 alive against the 3 of Sentinels.
Dapper has his ult. They could go for a retake,
Yeah,
but
team
Effie
kill.
still
I
has
team kill 3 and kill
an
5
aftershock.
on their team.
So Dapper,
Oh, this is interesting.
he can't put it down close to the wall. Does the
No
aftershock
way.
reach? It does.
It does. That is ridiculous, man. V1's utility is just
Outplayed.
next level.
I mean,
it's
outplayed.
just next level.
Dapper doesn't scrim against breaches very often. I mean, you can just tell. But also, of course he doesn't. Not many teams play breach on Haven. They're starting to.
We'll see if they can turn it around. Smoke down into hell. Spray straight through. Shaz in a 1v2 from the high ground, but he knows exactly where the positioning is. Moves around. The dash. That is immense. Quick little spray comes down, but
he
not
has
enough
no
time. Penny just aware.
I've got Shaz. The spray control onto Zelsis is extraordinary. But the
I love
decision from
Lord,
Penny
yes,
to dash away
you are.
and not allow
To give
him
the favorable fight.
Yes, to not allow him any opportunity
fuck?
to get the kill in the first place.
That was a
Playing the time.
ping diff right there.
Splitting up completely.
So smart.
It's a gorgeous round from version 1,
Yeah.
but it's their first. They're going to have to repeat that multiple times. I'm sure they'll be loving the fact that Dapper used his lockdown, though. Zik has an
Bubbles
amazing
into 3
ult
months.
for retake this time.
Someone
too.
said, "What was that ult from
Is another
Dapper
really
right there?"
fast piece
Yeah,
towards
you would have
short.
had a better
Version
ult.
1 like to mix these up. Sometimes it'll be a full-on execute, which this one is, as you can see. Xander teleporting into heaven. I've seen this play in my rank.
I kiss into the prime.
Absolutely, it's a classic. Make them clear you out, potentially get a pick or 2.
They go in there with 3 players.
I mean, they know he's up there. They have to try and clear it at least. There's the drone, and it forces Xander back. Has to drop down now. What the hell? There's the drone for them as well. Paranoia in hand. He's waiting for some sort of cue that Sentinels are going for this retake. Shock dart. That is a connection. Effie's falling so low, but now the KO ult for this retake. Zen can even get through this.
That's actually
That's Zelsis.
Zelsis popping.
If I was on
his-
Sentinels right now, I'd
Zelsis
jump out
popping
of
his
heaven and
KO
kill 5.
before Sick can pop his. So they've shut down the KO ult on their side, allows them to get the paranoia off.
Dude, the time's running out, right? Sentinels, they've got to try and come up with something big right now. They're trying to hold it down, Santa! What is that? 5 kills and ace? Disgusting, man. Disgusting.
You think this guy can play
Marissa
on?
into that 4 months.
Mate, you could just put him on. You could put him on. I don't even know, man. Just
Yeah,
a CS:GO character.
Yeah, Omen
Give him
actually got him
nothing.
that
Give him
5K too.
nothing.
Do
Run
you
him in.
think
He'd
you
still
can play
pulling,
it?
he'd still be pulling out plays like
What?
this.
Omen's
I've
OP.
seen-
How do you
I
get
don't,
that? Yeah,
I mean, I
that's
can't
all
believe
Omen.
that too.
What is that?
That is an absurd ace. That is so well played by Xander. Just the aim on this guy. I was talking about how good they are. Xander is
Only
the
right
top
answer, Prime.
ACS for IGLs in North America
That was
currently.
quirky.
And he's a player that
He's different.
God, I need to stop,
Pokemon
bro.
picked him up. He was an upcoming player.
He's different, man.
This new breed of talent, they are different.
Dapper holding it down with old reliable. Has to try and anchor into Garage. Play anti-flash here, he's worried about it.
Was Dapper just a fucking judge player only now?
Flash comes through, and yeah, perfectly timed Dapper with the swing. Lovely, he's just running at them. Gets a gun, but eventually sprayed through the door. This is erupting into chaos. V1
Sent that zombie? Back chest?
Santa's just TP'd in front
Oh,
of tens.
whoa. I thought that was someone on V1 getting the
Ended up in
orb.
a 2v2
And they're
post.
just like staring at each other. I was
Towards
like,
the
wait,
C
what's
side.
happening?
They've given the spike over to Effie, so he actually now has his breach ult to be able to work with too. And they're getting into such a cheeky position. Zelsis has
What
amazing
the
information just
fuck?
by being able to peek that. Effies do not take the fight. You have the ult.
I can't believe he wants to take the fight against tens as well.
Just stunning.
The knife tag.
I can't
A
believe
knife.
he wants to take the
Didn't
fight
the
against
stun slowed him,
Tens.
so he couldn't run. They're rolling thundering tens, but they don't
Ninja?
realize
Ninja
it's been
defuse?
pushed around the side. Shaz, oh, he's sticking to the fuse. He's got half already. Flash around the corner, has to play anti for it, but as he swings across
Oh,
their
he's about to
arms,
defuse this shit. Oh,
capitalize the nades. Oh,
chance.
V1
I
utility.
defused that right there, but all good.
It's far too good.
Get him next time.
Oh, wow. What was
that round?
That's one of the... These are back-to-back 2 of the most fun rounds you'll ever see.
was that round?
I mean, that round was amazing.
Around the corner. Now the exec comes through. They've tagged him up.
How fast they explode out.
It's so fast, and Penny's rewarded with one. Luckily,
trade.
Dapper's there to trade it out. 4v4.
1v4, but Xander's
Still
on the
looking
work.
unknown.
That's the Hunter's Fury now to deny the plant. Push them away. The swing
The
comes
devilish
through.
Dapper.
is
Don't
there.
dance
That
with him.
smoke timing,
It's a
it
done
dissipates.
Pays
deal.
to lurk.
Xander's lurk. Patience. Oh, the discipline. He heard the other player running. Just to try
Domination.
and survive, but the
Omen
swing
diff.
from Zom's Whippy is there
Oh.
as well.
Never mind.
Oh, it's very improv-y, but listen.
But they're all supporting each other really nicely. Now Dapper's in this swing too clutch. Dapper is nasty in the clutch, but
That's what it
Zelsis is on
comes
a
down to,
real off angle. And he's just a bit
I
further
win
away
that,
from the
but
corner.
nice try.
Gets the spot Dapper before Dapper can see him.
I just
And then
wide
Version
swing
1
in, still one tap
have
both of
actually
them.
just
Bum,
won 4
bum, to
rifle
the
rounds
left,
in
you
a row.
know?
There's a
Apparently
knife.
not.
Want to ignore it. Okay. Spotted something clearly. Dapper close to the corner. He was impressed, but they were just holding.
What was Mike just using a
Anyway,
judge
Zelsis in the
only,
back of
bro?
the side with the TP. That's a beautiful flash. Both
Dude,
players
these guys are
ruined
permanently
right now. They're not
blind.
allowed to play the game.
Wait, they got KO
Double
flash,
flash comp,
twice,
looking up to its name
breach
there.
flash,
Yeah, Desperate
and
talking about how
omen
good it is when you
flash.
combo the breach and the sky together. There's the KO into the breach utility.
Tons of zombie?
Right, Tens gets the kill just based off the drone. Jazz is left in a 1v2.
It's too much for him
V1
to take
double
on.
face.
I feel like Dapper is being
Devilish.
heavily over towards that seaside, but it's a fast take now of the lobby area, and Tens just wants to try and take an angle. Didn't anticipate that Xander could have been there. Possibly goes for a pick. Obviously, they're on the bad guns. See if they can make it happen, but no time wasted. V1 straight into the side. Penny dashes into the smoke to try and cut a bit of it. He's hugging the wall there to try and play anti-flash for Zelsis, who was throwing it into the side deeper.
And again, this is going to be another post plant, of course. And 2v4, where Dapper and Zoms essentially have no chance of doing anything. I mean, you could try and play post plants, you could try and take guns away. from them,
Zomzation
but
wins this
the
with a
economy
fucking
is
Marshall.
fantastic.
Oh, good as well. V1 have just
If Zoms wins this round, I will literally donate
thrown a wrench
everybody
into the plans, I
in
guess.
my
You
stream
take the timeout.
10 million US dollars.
Spotted him out multiple times on C.
Yeah.
They're going for these late C hits,
Yeah.
and they're always taking him out to make sure he can't get value out of that cells. And so,
Close.
I don't know, you go into this round and you expect something different, and V1 just fast hit A.
Yeah.
And if he
Rounded
loses,
that-
everyone has to give me their
actually
Prime.
have
Please
when they
Prime
have
sub to me. It's absolutely
This
free.
is the
Prime
one way
sub.
you're
You don't get
expecting to
ads
see
in my
them
channel.
pivot,
If you have it, it's
maybe
free.
a
You
or
can take
setting
Twitch's
up
money
these
if you hate
information
capitalism.
in
Or
garage
I don't know if that's how it
that
works,
kind
but
no. Yeah, it looks like that might be what
Prime sub to me, please. Millions of Prime spawning in.
How many times have V1 dumped the utility into A long here?
Right, but a crucial element is sometimes it's a bluff.
No way.
Oh wow, Dapper.
Oh no!
That's brutal.
We didn't see it.
No.
What did
Everyone had their
happen?
monitors off.
And they're going B to C.
Zoms Nation.
I mean, walking straight into Zoms, who was just already angry.
Zoms
down.
Nation.
Zoms with another one, a third. Why not capitalize off the mistakes? Paranoia, because he can't see too much, but Tens is holding that angle. Xander now 53 health, hits 2 headies. Why not? That's going to be Zelsis falling though. No one able to res him. It's a 1v2. The spike is down at the feet of Sentinels. Zoms brought this round back off the brink of defeat, is what it looked like.
Thanks for all the Primes.
For sure.
Time the zombie hits that shot now.
But they give it up, and it is again a fast pivot.
Zomzation.
Hit. Zoms just takes a fight straight up. Not sure what that play was off of. Now the
Oh,
rolling thunder.
Mike has a
Misses
good
Dapper.
fucking position right
Holding
here.
this corner now. He needs to get a couple of picks off of it.
Sheesh.
Again, the discipline. He holds it down and sprays them down. 3 kills for him. Quick little rip around the back of the site. That's sick. To clean it and ended up to 6-6-half.
Gonna look at Whippy and Xander here, set up for something aggressive potentially. They don't have any utility giving them timing. Throwing down a smoke as Xander kind of fakes some presence over towards C, but it is
Wait,
kind of a full
$30.
retake setup here with just
Wait,
the
well, after this
trademark
round, I'll read
without
it.
any information.
Yep. Deep flash.
Miles since his
Yeah,
subs.
site free. Drone from
Wait,
Shaft
these guys
as well,
are
but he's trying to
instantly
clear
retaking with 5, bro.
through garage. It's a double swing.
What?
With the back. They are not wasting any time. Tens just sat there, man. Like he's trying to hatch an egg. Right in front of them, couldn't see a thing. And V1 with the retake. That's far too clean. I mean, that's just.
Wait, I've
sparkling
never
clean, Josh.
seen.
It's
What
looking
did
like a
V1
head.
even do in the beginning of the
Round over
round?
already?
Were they
Wow.
all
Wow.
5
That's,
garage?
I mean, they just went in.
How were they all
What a
there,
fast
like,
retake
while these guys are
setup.
taking
All of
site?
that utility was gorgeous. They
I
had
knew they were
flashes
about to
coming out.
retake that fast, because
The
if you retake as 5
aftershock
that fast,
started
it's like
to push
almost a
people out
guaranteed
from
win,
logs
because no
and
one
onto
expects a
the default
retake that
box. That's
fast.
what that aftershock is doing from Effie's.
Makes
And
so many
you
tools
could
at
take
their
smooth
disposal
if you
with
want the pills,
the
but
positions they're playing.
I take Gorilla Mode pre because I like caffeine when I work out. But if you don't like caffeine when you work out, then just do the stim free. It's the same shit without caffeine.
Pull out
But I use
4
both of them
KDAs,
a
whatever
lot.
it takes to try and
Like 1 scoop of
grind
mode,
around
1 scoop of
back
nitric.
into your hands. Can't let momentum
And then I
slip
use
away, not
energy.
when it's map point to V1.
Like when I play games, because it doesn't have like the pump product or creatine and shit. Just has like stimulant.
Just hold
Code
it.
SIN 10% off, of course.
Waiting.
Thanks for the $30, bro.
Going with a flash, but no, it's just a dry swing from Tens as he looks for something, but wasn't really any setup there. Xander now lays down a smoke just so he can play inside of it. The exec starts to come through from Sentinels, but it's disjointed, it's slow. really struggling to get a foothold in, and with a quick pop flash. Okay, Xander. Don't talk about that too much. Still gets the 2, and his team is there to clean up in the end.
They get properly blinded. We'll be able to see in this replay, actually. It is a breach flash coming out from Effie's, just through the default box. He's in the kill feed as the assist as well.
Yeah.
Catches all 3 of those players.
All the flashes are AIDS, bro.
Here we see the new Sentinels A take, which features this deep smoke in A long from Zombs. And they punish Zelsis, who's trying to walk through it. Disrespected early.
Yeah, just trying to contact through. I imagine their utility that they threw out didn't quite tag onto anybody, so he assumed that he could catch that timing. Still, Sentinels need to be careful of this one. If they want to try and end on A, V1 are taking a gamble. Why not? You have the worst guns. If you think they're going to try and meet them, player for player.
I'm not sure if the idea of the here is that Effie's flashes off Penny's contact or whether they just run at it. He's got his rifle out right now, so I don't think it's too much of like a trap setup.
Surely Sentinels went to... Okay, they're 4
baited.
stacked on A.
They're just trying to gamble stack.
Or is it 3 stacked? 4 stacked? 4 stacked.
Into the back of the site. It's a nice...
The fuck?
Just to set that one up. Still, no one has dealt with Whippy. Little swing comes through in the end, but Whippy left alive. He's still there, by the way, Zombs. He didn't TP away. Can't really stick the
Nice shot,
in
that zombie.
scenario.
He's back.
Still, it's a round on the board for Sen. Zombs Nation in uproar on that one.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. They still
got the round. They got the round.
They get the round. They actually didn't take too much economical damage as well. Sick and Zombs should still be able to buy here with like light armor. Zombs takes a Spectre because he's selfless like that. It's one of the best things about Zombs, I think.
Oh, okay.
With a great smile.
Zombs is selfless.
No real ults to be able to work with. Zombs the closest, but it's not an ult to build your game plan around. And it's just going to be a pretty neutral engagement. Knife early for Info in A lobby as this drone comes up C long.
Just trying to confuse up the movement here, but it looks like it's going to be the exact anyway. Dashing straight into the smoke. Whippy was holding the edge of it, and Tense is brought down momentarily. His attempt from Sentinels to try and get something done has been met with brutal answer. Smoke dissipates. What is that? Snap Effies. Quick little reset of the aim, and given the util to force a favorable engagement there.
Bro, these rounds are ending in like... Dude, this game is going by fast as fuck.
For these teams, if Xander gets caught in this position, it's brutal. Version 1.
Killed the trip. Oh, okay. I mean, he's lucky he gets away with that, honestly. If there were more players there, he'd be losing his gun. Plus, he's got Whippy to hold it. Thought of force in hand, and Sick is left running around like an AI. I mean, Whippy is just cleaning them up. Of course, nowhere to run when it slows it down like that. As soon as you get that first pick.
It's like a path of magma massively to the prime game.
My bad.
Flawless.
I just say bye to the anonymous
so
person living in my house.
Within a tight choke point like
Sean
that.
Mendez.
Oh, he's got
7-10.
Misses the shot. He can't dash. Has to commit to this angle. Surely they clear him here. Tense just runs straight in.
Oh, that is so lucky.
Collateral from Penny. Still ends up going down. A 1v2 though. Zelsis makes his way to the side eventually. He's like, guys, where are you?
One little thing there as well. Sick was holding his KO ult, or rather Zelsis was holding his KO ult, waiting for the voice line from Sick. When Sick popped it, so did Zelsis. And that's the only reason the version 1 were able to hold on at all. Now he's got double flash and the knife available. He doesn't really want to give away where his positioning is, though.
He's fast pushing this.
That is a very well-timed Nano Swarm from Dapper.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Extremely aware.
Oh, I mean, Zelsis 1v1. Surely you can't give him it. It's Sick.
Bro.
Woo, 5 HP to his name.
I don't know why I even thought about it, but what if there was some bug that like randomly just happened in the game, like with Killjoy, like after she died, her turret stayed up and he clutched that, and he was 5 HP and just ran out to B site to defuse the bomb and just died to the turret when there's no one alive. Do you think
Zombs are stuck there.
Riot would give them the round win or something, like somehow?
Oh my god, the utility! Zombs, you're in trouble, son. You gotta run out of there, but he's being swamped! Holy! Is it enough for Sentinels to try and run back in off the...
Hens gets traded, and Sentinels slow it down. They're now gonna wait for the lockdown. And all that does is it gives V1 the opportunity to rotate. I mean, Effie's doesn't have his aftershock because they used it to clear Zombs out of heaven. So the lockdown does go off.
He's an intrusive
This is going to be a
thought.
3v3 retake. Effie still
I don't know
has the
why I
big
thought
shot.
about that. That was the first thing that came to mind when I watched that clutch. I don't know why.
These players hell.
Great KO molly.
Life online. They want to try and contest this one. Sick just swings out of the default area. Eventually going to be traded, but let's get that one pick and now 2v2. Dapper holding around the corner. Has to try and force a favorable fight. Comes through with a swing. Just about gets the one now. It's the 1v1. Shazam. He has the Hunter's Fury, but decides to just punt.
This is a close-ass match, bro.
Locks it up for him. These rounds are so close for Sentinels, man.
What Sentinels' game plan is, and he's gonna.
Oh, straight down mid. Sentinels, okay, why not? Yeah, this is very pacey. Try and get that plant. Gonna be pushed away from it.
You gotta plant in the corner, 10Z.
Ends up opting to use that dash.
You know, oh my god. He has to turn into the corner and plant in the corner. You know what I mean? Because then it's like it closes the amount you have to spam by so much because they can't diffuse wider. Does that make sense?
Paranoia gets them away. Hunter's Fury on top of it. Sentinels, they've got plenty to try and dissuade the diffuse from being stuck.
They still have another shock dart to be able to use.
Time.
And this fragment grenade. I don't think there's any chance here.
I don't think it's been body blocked either. Yep, sick. He gets that pick onto Effie's and time is running low. Classic Sentinels round. They win it out. 4 players surviving. They keep the guns.
In garage, down C. Sentinels don't have very much information. But they have pretty significantly better guns. And they are guessing correctly here. They're going towards the site where only Xander is, and he already used his paranoia at the beginning.
Alright, gamble works out. We'll see if Xander can touch things up here. Sheriff in hand, shock dart inside the smoke. They know it's likely he's playing inside of this one. It's a classic play for the players that might be anchoring. Man not down yet! Oh my goodness, Tens, where are you looking? Walks straight into Xander and hands him the pick.
No big ultimates. Looking at Zelsis here. Oh, that is a tag. Does a lot of damage to Dapper. The Marshal is such a dangerous weapon. And all 4 of the Sentinels players are doing the same thing where they play off-site. No flanks, just looking to spam the spike.
Good shot. Gonna force a couple of swings there, but nice fault line on top of it. That is amazing utility from
That
Effie's.
is nerdy, bro.
Push them out into the line of sight angles for them to try and take this one.
Oh my god, bro. Dapper was 1 HP.
By the way, against
Sentinels are really clawing this one into their control. They are fighting tooth and nail for every advantage they can find, and closing out with some excellent individual skill.
He's in trouble. A little suppressed. Now we see the KO. Oh, that's a pop flash into the Rolling Thunder. That's a V1 aggressive play. Committing the ultimates. 2 players down as 10 from Dapper fall. Just swinging into the nade just to see if they can get anything done. He's delivered the spike directly to them.
Unlucky.
Any hopes of a quick little pivot, a wraparound, maybe to try and make another play happen? That is shut down
Shaz wins these.
straight away, and Shaz in a 1v5.
Ren, how do you predict that play? The Rolling Thunder being used aggressively into short as you're trying to push. That's such a great idea from version 1, and it
not even
crippled
about
Sentinel's attack.
Not even about predicting it. They've been running that exact same setup almost every single round on defense side. The players didn't really change up their positioning. They just decided to make an aggressive play, pushing them out of short.
Yeah.
Obviously, you had Whippy playing in short as well that was swinging off of it. But
I think, did Whippy not get tagged by the knife though as well?
Shaz wins these.
for a moment, and I think he was KO ulted as well.
The timing of all.
If Shaz wins this round, I will literally...
Shaz just no option but to save the gun now, look towards the future.
If Sentinels had managed to win this round, version 1 would have been on an eco, and it's essentially the map win. And Shaz has all the time in the world to talk to his team about the adjustment.
Winner plays LG.
No offense to LG, but that is the matchup he won. They are clearly the weakest of those.
No offense. He says, no offense, but that's clearly the matchup you want. They are clearly the worst team in the group. That's what they said. He said, no offense. Oh, okay. No offense, though.
Zelsis still has the fragment grenade. Gonna dodge the drone contact. They know where Xander is. Paranoia misses as well.
Any swing from the back. It's a knife. Tens is actually stuck into this corner. Pop flash as well. I mean, Tens. Opportunities to play the game. Stunned up now as well. Oh boy.
They have garage control. 45 seconds.
Like, you need to win this match because no offense to LG, but they are the worst team in the fucking game. They are fucking awful, all 5 of their fucking players.
Position to be playing as the chamber, because look at this off angle again.
You're not gonna expect this.
He goes from one crazy position to another.
You're really just not gonna expect this. And
no offense though. I said no offense, so we're good.
Connect onto him. Rushed anyway. Wow.
He gets 2.
Did clear that, but before taking out Dapper.
He gets 2 just from playing off angles.
I don't mean that, bro.
Maximising his
LG is
potential
good.
there with Chamber.
You're going to need to see something huge here from Sentinels, because it could be the map, obviously. Scoreline not there just yet, but the economy...
Okay, I forgot. I honestly forgot every player on LG
Look
except
how coordinated all of the utility is, all being used at once.
Oh,
your
and he's
boy
already
Dre.
entered straight into
Oh,
the
he's
smoke.
on it. Moose.
Runs around the corner, and Sentinels, before you can even blink, everyone wiped off the map.
Surely
Even harder to
Tenzed
find
Zombie
the
puts the
right
fucking
timing
team
for
on
you
his
to
back
use
this
your
round
utility.
to get to
By the time
overtime or
you use
what?
the first flash.
Quite insane if they managed to do it. And off the back of that pick,
What is clean
it
sweeping
looks
mean?
all the more
Like,
likely.
they didn't lose a map yet?
Disrespecting it, just pushing straight
V1?
into the smoke.
Version 1 win 84% of the time when they're up 5v4. Sentinels are going to have to pull out something incredible to get back in this
You need
one.
a tens moment. You need a tens moment, but look at this. Slowed
Like
up at the
10-0
side, the
if they win
aftershock
this?
tens. So you're going to have to stick this plant. Dash available. Goes to safety. Lockdown, close up. It's going to mean the V1 are just...
Oh, they
moving
lost 2
themselves
maps? Never
around and
mind.
waiting for it to fade away, and now they're going to look to try and re-push into this one, but Dapper, he tries to get the timing. Not enough. Dash into the back of the site. 10, it's all on him, but he's so unaware, man. Nobody is holding that
GG.
back of the site for him.
Unlucky.
Penny, unleashed,
The
ripping
fuck?
through them.
This guy is Thanos.
V1, they take the series away from Sentinels. The first time in the history between both these teams, they've ended up winning against Sentinels. And honestly, it feels like the change of guard, Josh. I feel like
That's
in a certain
unlucky.
sense.
Can we get an
Sentinels,
F?
they end up losing
And let's-
seeding matches, or they
What's
lose
the
group
opposite of
stage.
celebrate?
Sentinels
Yeah, let's
win 2-1.
mourn with a 3-minute ad.